Goodbye Zelle, goodbye PayPal, goodbye Venmo. Every app that you have on your phone that is a payment processor, say goodbye. And welcome to FedNow. FedNow should be launching in July 1st or so. And that's going to be the new payment processor. It's supposed to be able to transfer payments 365, 7 days a week, 24/7. Now, it's all fun and nice and dandy or whatever, but here is the problem. This is where things get bad, right? We're also accustomed to quick, fast, and in a hurry. We want it right now. Now, that's what they're promoting. But here's the big issue. FedNow will be the funnel that all money gets cycled through. It will go from your bank to FedNow to wherever you're trying to send the money to. So for instance, if you're trying to buy something from Instacart or anything you're buying online, Amazon, it's going to go from your bank to FedNow to Amazon, Walmart.
And goodbye to financial freedom. Shalom. I want to start by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and mercy to the hopeful elect. I'm the brother Yawanathan, back with another quick lesson. Lord willing, it's edifying. And we back in transit. I just wanted to play that clip and bring a few articles out on this FedNow thing because it just launched, all right, July 20th, 2023. The hopeful year that all the prophecies come to pass. And this is a major step towards the prophecy of the mark of the beast. All right, the RFID microchip implant being made mandatory. And without it, you won't be able to use, you won't be able to buy or sell, which basically means you won't be able to use CBDC. Because this is the groundwork and the infrastructure to bring in the CBDC. This FedNow app, this Federal Reserve app. Why do I say that? Well, the guy made a perfect analogy. He said the FedNow app is basically like a funnel for all money. And so what does a funnel do? A funnel basically concentrates. Let's say you're trying to pour something into a bottle and the entrance to the bottle is narrow, or you need a funnel, and you could take a whole gallon of water with a big open mouth and dump it into the funnel, and it will concentrate it into the bottle. So it's basically a tool for control. That's what the FedNow app is leading to. Because basically, from what I read in this article here, FedNow service, what you need to know from everydayteching.io. Within this article, let me jump down to the point. When it says, are there any problems, risks, or complications? When you jump down to the second paragraph, it says, in the fine print, FedNow indicates that the service is programmable. Meaning what? Some speculation includes the service can pause the money flowing into or out of your account at will. For example, if you'd like to purchase something such as ammo or something out of the ordinary, the service can reject your transaction before it gets to the business. So that's what I mean by that full control. And we know this is just a fragment of it because you're still going to have ways to go around FedNow, and you're still going to have scammers and things like that going on. But pretty much that's what that's where the CBDC comes into play. All right, this is an article from decrypt.co. And it says Brazilian CBDC allows government to freeze funds. Developer finds. A blockchain developer, Pedro Malgahaz, discovered the function and took to social media to demand answers from the central bank. So I'm gonna read a little bit of this article. A blockchain developer has reverse engineered the code behind the Brazilian central bank digital currency and discovered an unsettling feature. The government has built in the ability to freeze funds and adjust balances. So this is completely controllable and programmable money. All right, and if you have programmable money, you need a certain infrastructure in order to basically have full control over that money. Because you already have blockchain cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin. You already have payment transferring apps like Cash App, Zelle, Venmo, PayPal, etc. But the thing with FedNow is that it's basically eliminating any third-party services. So basically, the Federal Reserve, has full total control over where you spend your money, how much money you get, and everything that has to do with your finances, your income, your outcome, if that's even a word, meaning the money you spend, the money you receive. They have full control over that through this FedNow app. And we know it just launched 2 days ago. It's not like, it's happening right now that, but it's just going to basically be conditioned in until they launch a CBDC, until America launches the U.S. digital dollar, according to House Resolution Bill 14067, which was signed by President, what's his name? What the brothers called him? Nibbler Joe. Joe Biden, he signed that executive order last year, March 2022. And it basically gives the government complete centralized power over digital currencies in America. Meaning what? They have a program, which is the U.S. digital dollar. All right, to launch. They piloted it. I think it was 12 weeks in the beginning of 2023, this year. They piloted it here in New York City for 12 weeks. They piloted the CBDC, which is the American CBDC is the USDD, US digital dollar. In China, you got the EU one. It's different names wherever you go. In Jamaica, they have the Jamdex, the Jamaican Digital Exchange. And in Brazil, you have the Brazilian Central Bank Digital Currency. And okay, this guy pretty much, he's all into the programming and the coding and all that. He reverse engineered the code. So he basically broke down the code, like reversed it, because basically when you're building up a software or whatever, it's built up of a lot of codes and numbers, and when you get to the end result, that's your finished product. But he reversed it. He started from the end and broke it down step by step and found that in there. All right, that they have the ability to freeze your funds and adjust your balance, meaning you could have 100 CBDC or however they're gonna issue it or whatever, and then they could just turn it into 3 if you do the wrong thing, so to speak, or you've been eating too much of a certain herb or whatever. They don't want, let's say you might be sick and you're trying to get your herbs in, well, they're gonna say no, you gotta go buy a prescription. The CBDC is only gonna work for you to buy your hospital prescription from the doctor, from the pharmacy, which we know is witchcraft, sorcery, pharmakia. So these people are trying to lock us into this digital slavery. That's how I see this in the spirit. That's the best way I can put it in words. It's a digital prison, digital slavery. All right? It's a digital utopian nightmare. Or, dystopian nightmare. Slakia, that's the slip of the tongue. Because utopia is supposed to be like a, peaceful, happy place. And that's not what this is going to be. All right, at all. That's not what this New World Order plan that the elites have, that's not what it is. All right, because why do they have these programmings to freeze your funds and all of this stuff and, stop you from buying certain things and selling certain things? And, why do they have this universal basic income idea? All right, it's all because it's leading to that chip, man. It's all roads are leading to the MOTB, the mark of the beast, which is the RFID chip implant. That's just something I wanted to put out there through the spirit. I'm going to read the prophecy, Revelation 13 and 16, and he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. So obviously the FedNow app is not the mark, because you can't take the app in your forehead or in your hand. It's talking about the word mark is charagma in the Greek, which is talking about the rice grain, the microchip. All right, the RFID or NFC chip implant, the human implantable chip. That's what the mark is talking about. And the FedNow app is just one step leading into that direction. All right, because it's on your phone and it's basically, like he says, like a funnel, and you basically locked in. Once you download that app and you get your little FedNow debit card or whatever, you locked into that system. Now, whatever they, deem is okay, whatever they allow you to do, whatever they don't allow you to do, whatever transactions they reject, you're not going to have any say-so in that, man. You won't have any say-so. So we know that the mark is not the app. The mark is not the vaccine. The mark is not Christianity. The mark is not sin. The mark is going to be a tool that's used to buy and sell, like it says in verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark. How do we buy and sell right now? With paper money. If their plan is to do away with the paper money system and bring in a digital economy, you need a digital electronic device in order to use that money. All right, and it just so happens that it is the mark of the beast. It is the RFID chip. You know, the mark of the beast is the RFID chip, because that's the device that people are using to buy right now and sell. All right, all throughout the world, especially in Sweden and certain parts of the planet, you know, it's more concentrated. You got a large population of people who are buying and selling with microchip implants. They're using it to pay for certain things. They swipe in their hand at restaurants and things like that. But this is going to be on a global mandatory level, because just like right now, eventually you're not going to be able to use Cash App. So they're forcing you to get down with the FedNow program. Even if right now you say, nah, I'm not going to use it, I don't want to use it, I'll keep using PayPal. Eventually you won't be able to keep using PayPal. That's the whole point. They're going to do away with these third-party services because they can't have full control with a private corporation like PayPal. You know, that's its own entity, so to speak. It's not government controlled, it's not government owned, but the FedNow is. All right, so if anything is to show you that these people are getting full total power and control, you know, this should be it. This FedNow, this launching of the FedNow app, which they're saying there's like 53 banks, I think, that already, you know, pretty much are in league with them. Federal Reserve launches FedNow instant payment services that could bypass Venmo and PayPal. So they don't want to deal with Venmo and PayPal. They don't, you know, the central bankers, they don't have control in those sectors. All right, people are sending money, people are scamming, and they don't have no control over that. So this is the beginning of you know, full control here, man. This FedNow thing, this is not a light thing, man. It may not seem to be taking effect instantly, you know, how people might have assumed. And you have some people that think it's CBDC that's going to be, like, you know, right now, if you download the FedNow app and you send money, that's CBDC. That's not CBDC. That's still American dollars, US dollars, but it is in a digital form. So in a sense, yeah, like we're already 75% there to the CBDC. It's just the CBDC itself replaces the physical dollar. And right now you still have physical dollars in circulation. You can still go to some stores and pay with cash. You know, you still have these options. So that's how we know that we're not there yet, because the only way that you're going to be able to buy and sell, as it says in the prophecy, is if you have that mark, that microchip implant. All right, so as long as we can still buy and sell with any other way, we're not there yet. You know, that's the clear-cut indicator that that's what is the mark of the beast. It's not money. It ain't even a CBDC, because the CBDC is just a number on the screen. It's just a digital computer program or software or whatever. It's how you use the CBDC. This is the tool, the mark, the charagma, the RFID chip is going to be the tool that you use to transfer CBDC, to buy and sell with CBDCs all over the world, because every country, every nation is launching their own CBDC. You could go to cbdctracker.org and you can see all the countries that are researching, piloting, developing, launching CBDCs, where it also tells you that 95% of the planet Earth's, the world's GDP, is already digital. So we already, like I said, well, you could say 95%. We already 95% there. All right, these devils are just having a hard time bringing in the chip and making it mandatory, because they know that there's going to be a resistance. They know that the elect is not going to take it, and they know that other people in society is also going to resist and not want to take it, and they're going to have a hard time, which is those straits that the book of Job, the 20th chapter, was speaking about, and also Job 5 and 12, that he would not, his hand shall not be able to perform his enterprise, man. All right, so you devils, you running out of time, man. Hurry the fuck up. All right, you lost the element of surprise. If this is a war, you already lost the war. All right, spiritually, you already lost. All right, the elect is already the, how could you say, that's what confounds your whole plan. All right, the knowledge that the elect possess the word that the elect is teaching, which is the words of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, the truth of the Bible, that already destroyed your new world order before you could even get it up and running. So you really already lost, but you're still going to go forward with it in your pride. And you're going to also come with wrath. You're going to basically be as a madman, as the scriptures say, sparing none. So hurry up already. All right. It's either way, the longer you take, the more you try to deceive, the more you're still going to fail. None of that changes the outcome. All right. None of that changes the outcome. So you might as well just do whatever you got to do. All right. We're waiting. All right. So yeah, that's pretty much it. These articles, just basically telling you how, all of these things are going to be replaced. All these third-party apps are going to be replaced because they don't have control over them. That's why they've been killing the Cash App founder dude and the Bitcoin guys, and they whacking these guys. They getting rid of them because they're ready to bring in their system, and they don't need no competition. All right, so that's pretty much it. Just keep watching this thing, seeing how it's developing, because this is going to turn into the CBDC, and the CBDC eventually is going to turn into you having to get a microchip implant to use it. CBDCs will be implanted under the skin, and whoever doesn't have it will not be able to partake in society. That's what the World Economic Forum said. All right, so with that, call hello Yahweh Shem Yahushai. I hope and pray you were edified through the Holy Spirit, and I'll see you in the next lesson, Lord willing. Shalom.